I would say if I had to think back of the 20 plus years of peer work, and if I could say if there was any agency out there to benchmark, I would, as for leadership, it would probably be Chief Cranis up at Blacksburg. And I think during the Virginia Tech, or right after the Virginia Tech shooting, she had this epiphany. I mean, while she was still on the scene, like we're talking within the first 30 to 45 minutes, that this is big. This is bigger than me, and we're not going to be okay. And so she reached out and got some peer teams. And we were luckily one of the teams that, I was blessed to be a part of that team, the Highway Patrol here in North Carolina and South Carolina. We went up there to help care of our brothers and sisters. And but the thing that she did that I thought was so amazing was that when they held debriefings, or when we held the debriefings, everybody was invited. It was the telecommunicators, the secretaries at the department, the officers, the SWAT people, the detectives, the crime scene people. If you were part of that department in any way, you were invited to the table. And Chief Cranis went to every debriefing, and she said this was bigger than all of us. And we may not be okay today, but we will be, but we'll be through this together. And we've got to stick together. And everybody here is important. Your role in this event is important, and you matter. That's it. That's what we all need to benchmark, is recognizing that everybody on our team is important and that they matter. Because sometimes when officers and emergency personnel are in crisis, you get to the point where you think maybe that you don't matter anymore, that you're not important, and you're out there on this island by yourself. And you're really not. And so what can the leadership do across this great state to take care of our people? Because that's the best asset that any agency has, is its people. And the problem is we don't value that like we should. And so I just think if there's a way to benchmark, that's what we need to do. And you don't have to be a chief or a colonel or a captain or a lieutenant to do that. You can be the senior man or woman in your office, in your at dispatch, or in your district, or in your sheriff's department. You can be the senior man to say, "Hey, man, let's go grab a cup of coffee. How you doing today?" Grab that new kid and his first fatality or her first fatality and talk about it. Or that dispatcher's first shooting and say, or first chase, that they managed, and say, how was that for me? Why don't you tell me about it? What you're doing as the leader, the mentor in that case, is you're teaching that young person that it's okay to talk about it, because talking is great therapy. So we can all be leaders in different ways and help our fellow brother and sister out.